What is up, guys? Cobes here. Week 3 summary of my 12-week training camp. I'm recording this on Friday morning. I'm leaving to go and hit my last boxing session with Coach Alexi at Tiger before I go scuba diving for the weekend. I'm going to be completely offline, so if you're watching this when this drops on Saturday, I am out on a boat somewhere for a couple of days diving the Similan Islands. So, summary of this last week. My body is fucking sore. I'm sore. Week 1 was kind of building into it. I had 2 main training sessions and then accessory work. So I was still training about 5 to 6 hours, but 2 main training sessions that I was really focusing on, and the rest was kind of recovery, maintenance work, kind of keeping myself good, moving well, feeling good, building the aerobic base, etc. Week 2, I added some boxing in twice that week, and then week 3 I added boxing. So I went from 2 main training sessions week 1 to 4 main training sessions week 2 to 5 main training sessions week 3. Okay, week 1 about 5 to 6 hours of work. Week 2 was about 7 to 8 hours of work, and week 3 has been about 10 hours of work. So I'm beat up, I'm tired. I've got my last technical session coming up in a moment, and then I'm resting, recovering, going diving for 3 days. So what I'll show you guys is last week, as I was building my volume and intensity with my training, I said the first week that I wasn't eating enough. So obviously that made it a little bit more difficult week 2 when I was training more on top of, my normal workload. So I had a lot of super shakes, which I'm going to show you guys in this video, and then I'm going to share my MMA sparring session from yesterday with Alex, who was over at Tiger many years ago, is now at Fight Club, which is where I'm training twice a week. Next week I'm going to add some. Next week's going to be a deload week, where I back off to only 5 hours of training for the week, and then the following week I'm going to add grappling in. Let's go. Here we have my super shake, which is about 800 to 1,000 calories. There's the base. I do half milk, half coconut water. Throw some yogurt in there, some coconut oil for some fats. Then add the protein, then the state superfoods, the greens. Then hit the carbs, the fruits over here, frozen berries. These bananas are peeled and frozen. They sit in the freezer. I'll come back to that. Chia seeds. They sit in the freezer and are amazing snacks after dinner at night when it's like 8 o'clock, get a little bit of a pang, a little bit of a sweet tooth. Get that out of the freezer. Maybe throw a little bit of honey on there, maybe have it with a little bit of yogurt, a little bit. Good to go. Here we are at sparring on Thursday. I think this was one of 6 rounds we did. 4 standing, 2 on the feet. I think this was the 3rd or 4th round. Sparring's hard because you don't know how hard the other person's going to be going. Alex and I always start pretty light, and then obviously as we start catching each other, I probably picked it up a little bit then, accidentally. I'm a little bit more of an explosive person, so for me to kind of touch people, I kind of have to use that explosive work, which sometimes means that maybe I push a little bit hard. Probably why I ended up with a black eye last week. So this was after I'd done a little bit of boxing with Alexi. So really focusing on not being so explosive, getting in and out, and just kind of standing in that kind of mid long range, not being so evasive. Motherfucker. So I didn't finish that takedown because of the cage. There's a cage on the right hand side here, and then he come back straight at me, caught me off guard. Lesson in that. And then he did a very good job of controlling me on the ground. I was pretty tired at this stage, and to be honest, I thought it was a little bit more striking focused, but we end up on the ground. I should have continued on and not been so passive, I guess. I got him off me, and then I kind of went to stand up here, and he just put pressure on me. I was like, alright, I'm gonna have to work to get up, which is good. It's good of him as a training partner. Kind of put me in those situations, make me have to work to get up. And there's one point here, I think it's coming up here, where he hits me with a fucking good shot in the head, and my head kind of bounces off I hit him with a short little right there. Must have been before that. Yeah, he hit me with a nice right hand that just kind of, my head just bounced off the canvas. I'll get some grappling work in the next couple of weeks. Just want to focus on the striking to start with. Then I'm going to add some wrestling, takedown defense, ground and pound for a couple of weeks, and then finish with some submission work. I'm a little bit tired here, a little bit flat-footed. Not moving in and out, angling, feints. Something I need to work on. And a couple of shots. I throw a lot of singles. I've got to throw some feints, look for counters. Better job of stringing some stuff together then. I do like feinting one kick and then throwing a different one. Setting it up. Knee was there. Oh, that's the one, that's the one. Yeah, sorry, the cage was there, so instead of driving him, I ended up stopping him and pulling him. But yeah, Alex is a good dude. I always get some really good rounds in with him. I think he's had a few fights, so awesome. Peace. Guys, girls, people, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you can stay up to date with the 12-week training camp as each episode drops every Saturday. Much love. Peace.